part of me said, let it go. And I realized I hadn't meditated that morning. So I decided I'm going to use this as a meditation practice. And so rather than stay with my back up against the pushing seat, I leaned forward like this, a little bit forward. I took my meditation posture, and I decided to allow the annoying bumping on the bottom of my rump, my sensation, security, and power center, to be a call to be lifted up. And I started to breathe and say, who is bothering whom? This is my beloved sister in whom I'm well pleased. I started to just breathe the energy in and breathe the energy out. And it started to lift up. The Kundal, the Kundalini, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call this lovely light that we're actually a part of, began to be lifted up. The same annoying thing became the very stimulus for a lifting up and an awakening. Do you feel that? That's the work that we're doing every time we choose to get off our position. Every time we choose to deal with what's going on, not externally, but internally inside of us. An incredible thing happens, an incredible awakening happens. I got up 40 minutes after that scene, and I was the living avatar. You know, I see you. And she walked by me. It was really amazing, having no idea that this had happened. None whatsoever. And I just silently bowed to Namaste. I see you. Thank you. I see you. Do you feel that? I see you. I see you. Over and over and over again, we add this little element to our practice. And it'll keep coming back up again. One more short example. I'm at the gym working out. And there's a guy there who works out at the gym. He's a little off. He's off in a way that when you see him, you know he's off. We're all off, by the way. Let's be really honest about this. If you're being honest about you, your mind is crazy. I know it is. He's just obviously crazy. Okay? And then maybe that's a little more honest. So I know he's off, and one day I knew he was off, and one particular I was punching the heavy bag in the back by the YMCA. You don't want to see your minister punching the bag. Anyway, he comes in and goes, "You're punching the bag!" "Oh, I can punch the bag too." And he goes, "My arms are bigger than your arms." And I went, whoa, it's going to go much further than I want to go. You know what I'm talking about. If a young kid, about 19, he's actually getting bigger and bigger. So most of the time he's very quiet and very sweet, and I got his name, and you know, you don't talk with him. He's in his own little world. And I'm on the bar doing the dips with very light weight on it. And I take them off and I'm starting to do my dips like this. And then while I'm doing that, he's on that push machine for doing his legs. And he decides to stop doing it and start taking weights off. But when you do that, the bar that I'm using is right underneath your head. So I said, well, that's an interesting choice he just made. So I just stand there holding up this very light weight till he got done doing what he's doing. And he turns to me and he goes, "You better put those clips on that bar, or you're going to hurt somebody." What? You got up in the middle of my set, stuck your head under my bar, and you feel all that? There was no point in any of it. I lifted up the energy, even with the heavy weight on my back, and just said, "Thank you, brother. Thank you, sister, for this opportunity, even while sweating, heart pounding, to lift up the energy, to awaken." Beautiful, beautiful stuff. That's how we practice. That's how we do it. That's how we don't push anything outside of ourselves. Because some moments, it's the day of the Christ. Some moments, it's just the Hulk, and you better stay out of my way, because I'm going to kick butt and take numbers, okay? And some days, I'm in the middle way. I'm doing the Buddha path, which is actually my preference. You can deal with extremes on either side, right? And stay peaceful and calm and present in the moment that you're living in. In the moment that you're living in. This becomes our opportunity to awaken. So let's go for a moment just to our 3 lesson summation points before our meditation. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, you want to hear a little funny aside? They have a brand new machine at University of Seattle with the screen that comes down. They never had that when I was there before. They got a brand new one. Spent $1 bazillion on it. And I wanted to do what I'm doing now, and none of it worked. I said, and now I was doing the ruby red slippers. Here's our nothing. Now, and here comes Dorothy in the land of nothing. And I said, well, it doesn't make any difference how much money you spend on this stuff, you know. It's all risked for the hell of awakening. Anyway, I said that. Ask yourself, because it's the same thing. Who is bothering whom? That's the question. Who is bothering whom? 1,000 times a day, ask yourself that question. Who is bothering whom? 2, freedom is grounded and the ability we have to choose our own authentic response to a variety of situations we meet every day. That's where freedom comes from. That's where we get to remember who we are. And then finally, this quote from Napoleon Bonaparte, of all people, who said this on his deathbed. Do you know what astounded me the most in the world? The inability of force to create anything. In the long run, the sword is always beaten by the spirit. And that's why we practice over and over and over again. So let's just take a few moments to close our eyes, have our meditation, do closing words, and we'll be done. I invite you now just to take your seat and feel a sense of your body being supported completely by the chair you're sitting in. And allow yourself just to relax and be present in this moment. Gently following your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. Allowing your shoulders to relax. Allowing yourself to become present in this moment. And we take a few moments as we listen to the music to cast our attention over all the battles that might still exist in our lives. We sense them inside ourselves. If you're having an ongoing struggle with your body, just be aware of that. If you've been fighting inner wars with your feelings, be in contact with your own loneliness, fear, grief, confusion, the struggle that you've been waging with yourself. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Notice the struggle with your thoughts. Just be aware of how we carry on these inner battles. Notice the inner armies, the inner dictators, the inner fortifications. Be aware of how long you've spent your mind moments and heart moments with these conflicts within yourself. And again, breathing in and breathing out, we gently open to each experience and allow it to be present as it is. We notice with kind attention and an open heart whatever experience you've been fighting with. Let it be present just as it is.